MLB standings, magic numbers, playoff picture as of September 15th. Combate Americas results. Jose Alday becomes first bantamweight champion. NFL Week 2 weather updates. Will Hurricane Florence, wind and rain affect Patriots-Jaguars? Fantasy start. Sept decisions. Bryce Harper indicates Laz Diaz crossed the line during dispute. MLB wrap. Andrew McCutchen reaches base 5 times to lead Yankees past Blue Jays. 2018 Fantasy Football running back handcuffs chart. Shohei Ohtani timeline. The rookie MLB season of the phenom from Japan. Week 2 DraftKings Strategy. Best lineup stacks for NFL DFS tournaments, cash games. Week 2 DraftKings Picks. NFL DFS lineup advice for cash games. DraftKings Picks Week 2. NFL DFS lineup advice for GPP tournaments. Week 2 FanDuel Picks. NFL DFS lineup advice for cash games. FanDuel Picks Week 2. NFL DFS lineup advice for GPP tournaments. Week 2 Yahoo Fantasy Football. NFL DFS Picks. Lineup advice for GPP tournaments. Yahoo Fantasy Football Week 2. NFL DFS Picks. Lineup advice for cash games. Week 2 NFL DFS Strategy. Picks, advice, values for DraftKings, FanDuel. Fantasy Football Podcast. Week 2 Preview. Week 2 Fantasy Busts. Ryan Fitzpatrick, Deshaun Jackson among tough start, Sept decisions. In case you missed it, Siaka dies, Pacquiao vs. Top-ranked Khan's next foe, Joshua's Wilder Fury pick. Week 2 Fantasy Sleepers. Philip Lindsay, Jared Cook ready to go from waiver wire to starting lineups. Expert Week 2 NFL Picks, tips, advice for pick and pools. Week 2 NFL Survivor Pool Picks, advice, strategy. Week 2 Fantasy Football Rankings, running back. Week 2 Fantasy Rankings, wide receiver. Week 2 Fantasy Rankings, tight end. Week 2 Fantasy Football Rankings, defense. Week 2 Fantasy Rankings, quarterback. NASCAR starting lineup at Las Vegas. Eric Jones wins pole for first playoff race. Week 2 Fantasy Rankings, kickers. Saints David Onyemata hit with a fine bigger than game check can appeal. Spurs wanted Joel Embiid, Ben Simmons and Kawhi Leonard trade, report says. Hailie Deegan not satisfied with historic run in Las Vegas K&N race. Blue Jays reportedly turned down Cardinals' Jack Flaherty for Josh Donaldson last winter. LeBron James's Hollywood debut continues with new NBC drama. Week 2 Daily Fantasy Football Advice. Projected ownership percentages for NFL DFS contests. Fantasy Football Stardom Situm Week 2. Roll with Big Ben, Mahomes.